Okay, so let's work through. I've picked out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 examples from the ones that you sent me, and they had the circles around them with negative numbers. 4 out of 5 of them I can clearly explain to you, I hope. There's one there that I'll sort of have to not guess, but assume I know how he's got the -6 on the end. But we'll get to that one last. I'll do the more straightforward ones first. Okay, so that's a bit better. Alright, the first example from your book that I think you had problems with was y equals 2x take away 6. Okay, so I understand that when you use that xy method, we're trying to find the value of x here and we set y as being 0. Okay, so I'm just going to rewrite that because I've done my first step. Y equals 2x take away 6 again, but this time my y is 0. Okay, so what we're trying to do is get the value of the x. So we have to get rid of everything around it. So the first thing it's actually the opposite of BOMDAS. So this is 2 multiplied by x, as you would know, and take away 6. So when you're unpacking something or peeling off, you actually do the opposite order of BOMDAS. So that won't get too complicated in your questions here. It's basically you're going to work on getting rid of this take away 6 before you work on getting rid of the multiplied by 2. So how do you get rid of a subtract? It's that you do the opposite of it. So to get rid of subtract 6 from this side, we're going to add 6. And then what you have to remember is that what you do to one side of an equation, you have to do to the other. So if you've added 6 to this side, you have to add 6 to this side. So now our left hand side equals 6, because our 0 value plus 6 equals 6. And now what we have left on the right hand side of the equation is just 2x, because you've now gotten rid of that take away 6. So now we work on the fact that we have to get rid of 2x, which is 2 multiplied by x. So we divide it by 2, because the opposite of multiply is divide. Okay, what you do to one side, you have to do to the other side of an equation. So now we have our x by itself on that right hand side, and we have worked out that the value of it is 3. Okay, so when you go to write your coordinates, remember that you always write your x coordinate first and then your y coordinate. So your x coordinate is 3 and we set the y as 0. Okay, another one that I think you had circled in your book was y equals 3x plus 3. So my first step is to set my y as 0 equals 3x plus 3 as per the original question. So like I said, we have adding and multiplying here. We do the opposite of BOMDAS when we're peeling off the layers, I guess. The opposite of plus 3 or add 3 is subtract 3. So that's going to cancel that out there, and what we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. So now the left hand side of our equation is actually -3, because 0 take away 3 is -3. And now on the right hand side, we just have 3x left because we've cancelled it out. We have 3 multiplied by x, so we have to divide that side by 3, and we divide this side by 3. Now, we've just done negative numbers in year 8 in the first 6 weeks, so maybe some grade 9s are forgetting those skills because we learned so many skills in one year, especially for maths. But what we remember is that when you have 2 different signs for multiplying and dividing, 2 different signs equals a negative outcome, and you'd know that 2 positive, multiplying and dividing. So you have -3 divided by +3, so therefore it's 2 different signs. We mean like there's a positive and a negative. Alright, you have a positive and a negative. So we know that 3 divided by 3 is 1. but it's actually -1 because we have two different signs, and that's our x value. Okay, so to write those out, our x always comes before our y. We have -1, 0, as you would plot it. Okay, so another one I'll squeeze up here. Y equals -2x plus 4. So my first step is to set the y 0 equals -2x plus 4. So to get rid of my add 4 on the right hand side, we're going to subtract 4. Therefore we have to subtract 4 on that side. What we do to one side, we do to the other. So now our left hand side actually equals -4, and our right hand side equals 2x. Sorry, -2x. Now we're going to divide this by -2. Okay, because we're trying to get the x by itself. So therefore we have to divide this side by -2. So this is where this rule is really helpful. When we multiply and divide negative numbers, okay, when you multiply or divide negative numbers, two different signs equals a negative outcome. We've actually got two of the same signs here. So it's negative divided by negative. It's not two different signs. It's two same signs actually gives you a positive outcome. So if you were to take a calculator and go -4 divided by -2, you'd actually get +2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Two like signs gives you a positive outcome, and we have our x by itself. So your x and y coordinates, x is +2 and your y is set at 0. Okay. Alright, one that I think I can help you with was, it was on the right hand side of your notebook, and you had, I think it was question A, B and C, and you seem to only have circled question C. Okay, so you had, I think it's y equals 3x take away 6. So we set our y as 0 equals 3x take away 6. So to get rid of this take away 6, we have to do the opposite, because -6 and +6 gets you to 0. So we're cancelling that out altogether. What you do to one side, you must do to the other side. So the left hand side of the equation now has a value of 6. The right hand equation has a value of 3x. Okay, we're going to divide that by 3. Divide that by 3. So 2 equals x. So you'd have x. Y coordinates are 2, 0. The only one, Charlotte, that I don't know, I guess it is right, but I guess the negatives of it gets a bit complicated, was the y equals -6 take away 6. So we'll go through the motions of our 0 for the y being set equals -x take away 6. And I would go +6 there, or +6 on the right hand side, so therefore you have to +6 on the left side. So then you've got a value of 6 here, and equals -x is left on this side because you've cancelled all of this out here. The only thing I can suggest is that -x doesn't make any sense. So you bring the negative over here and you end up with -6 equals your x-axis. Okay, here we go, 9 minutes. I told you it wouldn't be more than 10 minutes. I'll upload that now and send it to you. Mate, let me know if you want me to do some more examples, or if that hasn't helped, I can try to explain it another way. That's how I would do it. So if that doesn't help you, just let me know, and I'll maybe check out YouTube and try and find some good stuff on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube that isn't helpful, but let me know how you go. Happy to work through some more examples. I told you I need to take 10 minutes. I can do some more later this afternoon if you want me to work through some more from your notebook that you don't understand. These all seem to be finding the x value, Charlotte, so if you are having trouble when you set the x to 0 and you have to find the y value, I can do some of those questions with you as well. Talk to you soon. Bye.